Good morning. Happy Saturday morning. USFFL. It is time for some more football. Commanders are at home against the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles come in 3-4. Commanders are 1-6, but in front of their home crowd, they're fighting to get another win here. Let's check it out, see what's going on. All right, welcome back, everybody. Give me just a second here as we are about to let everybody know how to view the broadcast. All right, we should be good to go. Let's head on out to the stadium and see what's going on. As you can see, we've got 11 minutes plus left in the game here. Commanders at home, who are just 1-6 on the season, angling for a division victory here. They are up 19-13. And it looks like we've just had an injury to Landon Dickerson, and I believe that's 2 injuries to the Philadelphia offensive line as I was checking in on this one earlier, and I know they've had other injuries as well. Let me see if I can't get those cards out as we keep an eye on this. A little less prepared than usual as I just kind of jumped in. 2nd down and 9. Eagles come out blocking back formation. Here's a hitch over the middle. Linebacker is in zone. This one's going to A.J. Brown. And receiver result. And that's going to be a 12-yard pickup as A.J. Brown hits one of his good numbers. First down yardage out to the 31. The Eagles will stay on their drive right there. Commanders, like I said, 1-6 on the year. Their defense is a piece of that. They're very poor against the pass. Got that 4-long gain on short pass, 3 men. They're average against the run. Here's a screen to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Swift, I believe, is A-rated for Yak. Check that. He is B-rated. And there's a 4-yard completion that'll set up 2nd and 6. Let me make sure we did get the game set back up. Yeah, just making sure. I better check it on my phone too. 2nd down and 6 at the 35. Now 3 wide receivers splitting out here for Philadelphia. Here comes a flat pass. Commanders kept a man in zone. This is again going to A.J. Brown. Defense did call pass. And Hurts on his card sets up the yak. And nothing doing there. Just a 2-yard completion. A.J. Brown's yak rating came up. It's a B-rated yak. He just didn't get a very good roll. 3rd down and 4 now. They'll still stay in the 3 wide receiver set here. And another screen to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. So going to try to get it in the flat. Hurts goes to his card. Receiver is the result. And Swift's got the catch, but cannot quite get the first down. He gets 3, needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. Philly is at their own 40-yard line. They trail by 6. There's 9 minutes left in the game. You certainly don't have to go for it, but that's what they've chosen to do. Tush push time. Here comes the full house formation. Tush push time. Yep, just verified that the broadcast is working. So 4th and 1. Big leverage play in this game. Defense looks pass. Here's a run right up the middle to Swift. So odds are strongly in the Eagles' favor at this point. To the defensive card we go, and Swift gets right through for a short gain across midfield. 16 yards on the play. So the Eagles convert that big 4th and 1. And they're 1st and 10 at the Washington 44. Washington has outgained the Eagles today, 270 to 231. So defenses have both played pretty good, it looks like. 17 and 16 first downs. Pretty close game. Back to pass, Hurts. Looking short. And to the defensive card we go. That's great news for the Eagles. 15 yards on the completion. With 3 men in the zone, there is almost no, it's about as bad as you can imagine on 3 men. So Eagles, if they're going to come back through the air, you might want to get that 4th man there. Blocking back formation, of course, that opens you up to the run. 4-3 defense here again. Now at the 29-yard line of the Commanders. Back to pass again as Hurts. Attacking that 3-man column. If he can get to the defensive card again, we'll see. He does. Right back to the defensive card. And that's going to be a completion, it looks like, of 15 yards. The defender rating came up. And Cameron Curl could not make the play. 6 rated white die. Or 6 rating was needed to beat the white die. So Hurts get the completion. And they're into the red zone. 1st and 10 at the Commanders' 14-yard line. 3 wide receivers have split out again. Quez Watkins is in the slot. Commanders in a 4-2-5 defensive set. Here comes the screen. Man in zone. Targeting the tailback again, DeAndre Swift. To the defensive card we go, and it's a short completion of just 3 yards. 2nd and 7 at the 11. 6.5 minutes remain in this game. Commanders up by 6, but the Eagles on the verge. 2nd and 7 at the 11. Here comes a run right up the middle. Defense looking pass. Swift, the tailback, goes to the defensive card, and DeAndre Swift has room, and he's right through. Clear path to the end zone. Touchdown. Commanders give it up. And that ties the game 19-19. Extra point. Could give the Eagles the lead here. That should be Jason Elliott, I believe. Jake Elliott, apologies. And he is on for the extra point. And it is up and good. And with 6 minutes, 18 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter, Washington at home is suddenly behind again. 20-19. Eagles had a 1-point lead going into halftime. Commanders got 10 points in the 3rd quarter, and now the Eagles have come back with 10 of their own in the 4th quarter to regain that 1-point lead. Commanders, after a touchback, will begin at their own 25. They'll split out 3 wide receivers right away. Brian Robinson, the tailback. Here's an off-tackle run on 1st down, crossing him up. Robinson goes to his card, but a bad number, and he gets just a yard. 2nd down and 9. Wow, look at all those injuries. Fletcher Cox and Josh Sweat are hurt. Here's a look-in pass. Zone is emptied, and that goes to the 0-man column, and it's good. Jahan Dotson's got himself a 1st down. Catch and run of 10 yards. 1st and 10 at the 36. Quarterback Sam Howell now 23 for 38 for 210 yards. 3 wide receivers in the formation yet again. And it's another quick slant, tight end. And Logan Thomas has beat the linebacker in that middle zone. And that's big yardage. That gets across midfield, a gain of 17 on the play. And the Commanders are now 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 47. Nicholas Morrow could not make that play. He's more of a run stuffer. And the Commanders have broken into Eagles territory. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. They'll shift now down into a 2 tight end formation. Back to pass. Sam Howell's looking deep. There's an empty zone there. Defense did call pass. It goes to Sam Howell's card, but he strikes his long gain. Deep ball, Sam Howell connects to Terry McLaurin. There are no flags, and that's going to be a touchdown. 47-yard strike. Sam Howell to Terry McLaurin, and the Commanders are back out in front just like that. Sam Howell's long gain is on a 10. He hit it. The result just above that on a 9 was an interception 2 through 10. Caught the safety dipping into that short pass zone and went over the top of him. So 25-20 after that touchdown. It's a 5-point lead, so the Commanders will predictably go for 2 points here. Brian Robinson, the tailback, in a 2 tight end set. Safety up close, showing blitz for the Eagles here. Defense crashes run, but it's a pass. Back to pass, looking short, and John Bates has got it. He converts that 2-point conversion, and that gives the Commanders a 7-point lead in this one, 27-20. Touchback, and the Eagles will take over at their own 25. Down by a full touchdown. So good action here in the fourth quarter. Commanders wasted no time. 4 plays, 75 yards, and a 47-yard touchdown strike to McLaurin to take the lead. So Jalen Hurts now under center. 3 wide receivers on the field. Here comes a run up the middle. It's Kenneth Gainwell. And Gainwell goes to the defensive card, and he is going to get 5 yards. Beat the right tackle, Jonathan Allen, with a 5 on the white die. It's 2nd down and 5. The left side of the Eagles' offensive line are both out. Landon Dickerson and Jordan Mailata. That's a 5 and a 7 pass blocker. So that creates some risk here. Back to pass, looking short, and there's a connection. Hurts hits Quez Watkins, and it's another 1st down. Eagles out to the 41 as the clock is now ticking under 3 minutes remaining in this game. 3 wide receivers split out. 4-2-5 defense shown by the Commanders, so a little eye candy in that look-in zone. And here's the look-in. It is still an empty zone, so good call there. Adapting to that formation call, and that's going to be good for 15 to A.J. Brown as on the 0-man column, receiver result came up, and with nobody in the zone, it went to the wrong column. Would have been 12 on right. Got his number for sure. So into Commanders territory now, 1st and 10. Eagles at the 44. Field goal does them no good, so we won't look up those ranges. 3 wide receivers split out. We'll see now with 2:24 remaining if maybe the Commanders drop into a nickel. They do not. They'll stay in the base 4-3. So you've got the safety now over on Quez Watkins in the slot. Both teams, all 3 timeouts. Hurts, back to pass. Looking short. He's looking at his tight end, Dallas Goedert, and he's forced to scramble. And Hurts is going to run with it, and he's going to get nowhere. Tackled by Cody Barton after just a 1-yard gain, and so it's 2nd down and 9. And that's going to run the clock all the way down to the 2-minute warning here in Washington. And at the nation's capital, the Commanders have a 27-20 lead over the Eagles. But the Eagles are in their territory, 2nd and 9 at the 43. 3 wide receivers splitting out again here. Here's the hitch again. A.J. Brown coming over the middle. Linebacker in zone this time, and that's going to be the difference. Just a 4-yard gain on the defensive card. Sets up a 3rd and 5. We'll see if anybody wants to do anything with the clock or let it run down to a 1.5 minutes. Hurry up offense here from the Eagles. I'll save a few seconds. 1:37 remaining on the clock. 3rd and 5. Big play. 3 wide receivers splitting out. Gainwell's the tailback. Jalen Hurts has all those must runs, and you think he might pass, and he does. Back to pass. Looking short. He's throwing into a nickel. Quez Watkins is his target. To the defensive card it goes, and that's going to be incomplete. Quez Watkins had an opportunity on his receiver right column and missed it. And so it's 4th down and 5. A minute and a half to go. Eagles compelled to go for this at the Commanders' 39. Game's not over. Even if they miss it, they do have 3 timeouts, but they need it. Back to pass. Hurts is looking short again. Defense guesses pass. There's 4 men in the zone. Hurts probably going to want that on his card for a must run. It goes to the defensive card and receiver result. And Devontae Smith has got the catch and a 16-yard gain to convert on 4th and 5 and keep the drive alive for the Eagles. He does not get out of bounds. And a timeout is called by the Philadelphia Eagles. Tim Hay takes the timeout. And I apologize if I never did get to it. Eagles coached by Tim Hay and David Mugman behind the signals of the Commanders. 1st and 10 at the 23 for the Eagles now. Back to pass, looking short, then forced to run. And good yardage for Hurts. 1st down. Hurts gets 13 yards on the scramble, and he's down into the 10. Got out of bounds on that one. A minute 15 remains. 1st and goal, Eagles at the 10-yard line. So the flat pass still in play. Both teams, the Commanders have 3 timeouts remaining. You wonder if the Eagles might consider going for 2 when they get there. Discussion for another moment. 3 wide receivers split out here on 1st and goal. Watkins in the slot. 3-3-5 nickel here from the Commanders. Back to pass again. Hurts looking short. See if he avoids the blitz here. He does, but he's forced to dump it off. There was pressure. Tailback DeAndre Swift is the target, and receiver result, Swifty can't pull it in, and it's going to be 2nd and goal at the 10. .67 seconds remains in this game. Commanders up by 7. Eagles still 1st and goal. They're going to split out 4 wide receivers this time, so a full spread formation. Swift the tailback. Back to pass. Hurts looking short. This one is targeting Quez Watkins. Hurts on his card. Gets the must run, and he's scrambling toward the goal line, and he is going to be brought down just short. Hurts goes for 8 yards. He does not get out of bounds. And even the Commanders might want to consider stopping the clock here. The Eagles being down a timeout, and they let it run. We're down to 37 seconds left in the game. 3rd and goal at the 2. And you might think tush push, but you've got a 3 wide receiver formation here by the Eagles. Tim Hay getting the extra receiver out there. A 4-2-5 shown here by the Commanders defense. That puts a 0 at the nose. And indeed, we get the sneak. Here comes Hurts. He needs 2 for the touchdown on his own card. Hurts is in behind the line. Touchdown, Eagles. And it's a 1-point game with 22 seconds remaining. Jake Elliott on to tie this up with an extra point. And instead, we've got the full house formation. And indeed, Tim Hay, coach of the Eagles, is going to try to decide this game right now. Going for 2. 4-3 formation here. Blitz being shown by the safety. That opens up another completion in the short pass if he wants to throw. Gainwell and Swift are the tailbacks in the backfield behind Hurts. They key Gainwell. Back to passes Hurts. He's going to try to throw for it. The short pass is going to A.J. Brown. Hurts avoids the blitz, gets it off on his card, and it is no good. Incomplete on his own card. And it remains 27-26. Commanders retain their lead, and that's going to mean an onside kick by the Eagles And it is no good. The Commanders have gotten possession, and just by the hair of their chinny chin chin, holding off a 2-point conversion. And a gutsy end-of-game call by Coach Tim Hay. The Commanders are probably going to get out of here with a win. 15 seconds left. The Eagles have 2 timeouts, so they can force a couple snaps here if they want to. Commanders do come out in the 4-3. In the full house. Coaches congratulating each other in chat on a great game, which it was. It's not technically over, but Eagles only have 2 timeouts, only 15 seconds, 2 snaps, and this game's over. Just take a knee. If you get the snap off, you're good. I wondered if they might go for 2. And I don't know if I've seen enough Coach Hay games to comment intelligently about his, historical or what I might have guessed he could do there. I think that's an interesting call for any team. So we've invited both coaches on for a debrief. 27-26 win. Commanders defeat the Eagles in certainly a little bit of an upset. Commanders improved to 2-6 with the victory, and the Eagles fall to 3-5. So a pretty big loss for the Eagles, who were trying to even their record at 4-4. We will check out the box score here. Boy, Joey Sly was busy by the 12-minute mark of the third quarter. He'd already hit on 4 field goals, including a couple of 50-yarders. So the Commanders got good work from him on their way to this win. Eagles ended up with more yardage, 350 to 344, but obviously very close. Eagles staying in this game 4 of 4 on 4th downs, and the Commanders were 2-2. So the two teams combined to convert on all 6 of their 4th down attempts. Eagles doubled them up in rush yardage, 143 to 76. And we're a little more efficient passing the ball, but they lost the turnover battle. Eagles had a couple of fumbles, lost 2 of them and an interception. 3 turnovers to 2. The Commanders won that game. Hurts ended up with 51 yards rushing. Just a nice defensive struggle in the NFC East. So congratulations goes out to Coach David Mugman as he holds off a goal line stand and comes out victorious with a 1-point victory over his division rival, the Philadelphia Eagles. So we have one more game remaining in Week 8. That's going to come up tomorrow, 4:30 Eastern. The Falcons and the Tennessee Titans will battle in the final game of the week, and then we'll get your end-of-week stats out as the USFFL rolls on. Thanks for joining us.